Welcome back in. Among the 252 Alabamians killed on this day 15 years ago, the daughter of former Alabama All-American defensive lineman Shannon Brown. Lauren was killed when an EF4 tornado hit Tuscaloosa. She was a college student pursuing her dream of attending the University of Alabama, and now endowment scholarships have been created in her honor. Shannon Brown is now the principal at Liberty Middle School in Madison. He joins us now live by Zoom. Shannon, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely, Mike. Thanks for having me.
It doesn't seem like 15 years, and I know you think about her every day, but what are your emotions as this date approaches every year since 2011?
Well, a lot of definitely mixed emotions. One that comes to mind is thankful for a lot of things, and over the years, as you have the opportunity. A lot of people tend to do a lot of reflection on a day like today, but to understand that, not only was my world turned upside down that day, 252 other families' worlds were definitely turned over that day as well too, and we live with it daily. As I reflect back on it, some people say that each passing year gets a little bit easier and easier. But one thing for sure is it's a blessing for where we're at now. Thankful as always, and remembering so much about Lauren, but also knowing that her life's not forgotten. And I talk about this a lot. Her legacy will long outlive mine at the University of Alabama, and I'm very proud of her for that. With her endowed scholarships, as you mentioned earlier, it's given an opportunity for several other students to go through with a little bit of financial help through college and earn their degrees, and we're extremely blessed to have that for those kids.
Well, that really speaks volumes on her legacy, because you were obviously a co-captain there at Alabama. And I don't want to dwell too much on the details of the tragedy. You've shared those numerous times in stories, but for our viewers, just so the viewers know, the place she was staying in Tuscaloosa was just rubble. It was very challenging just to even get to it. I know your dad jumped into action quickly, but how did you get the news?
Well, man, that question right there makes the hair stand up on me. Unfortunately, we were dealing with some tornado activity up in the Madison area, and I got a phone call from my brother-in-law, Jimmy Ritchie, and just nobody could get a hold of Lauren, and it didn't really dawn on me what was taking place, and then when I finally got the news from my dad, and they'd been hit pretty hard, and they're trying to literally cut their way into Tuscaloosa through power lines, et cetera, et cetera. It was very grim. It was grim for a long time, and not really knowing.
Yeah.
And I was able to finally get on the road and get that way to unfortunately identify her, and
Yeah, none of us, Shannon, we understand, and none of us can imagine that. We certainly can't. And we showed video, by the way, after you learned of that tragic loss, just days after. You were in Alberta City. You were helping clean up there, people there to recover. I know that maybe have been somewhat therapeutic. But what do you want people to remember most about Lauren?
Never met a stranger, love life, big heart, would do anything I want for you. Blessed to call her my daughter.
Well, Shannon, listen, man, our thoughts and our prayers are with you and your family, the prayers of comfort for you. And, if you need anything, you can always reach out.
Well, I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you.
All right, Shannon Brown, thank you. We'll be right back.